I think it somehow happened in the 1970s, and that this is, of course, the decade that liberals never really like to talk about. They always like talking about the 80s, and that's when things sort of went wrong. But things really went wrong in the 1970s, and that's when we really had this radical separation between the world of information and the world of stuff. Perhaps there are iconic things you can point to. So we landed on the moon in July of 1969. 3 weeks later, Woodstock began, and that was perhaps the point at which the hippies more or less took over the country, and the genuine cultural war over progress was lost. Or perhaps the most important place where the real and the virtual were separated was on the currency level, where in August of 1971 we went off the gold standard. And while you might describe it as a barbaric relic, it did have a sort of way of anchoring money into the real world and the real economy. And when you radically separated them, you can have all these ways you can print money, manipulate it, and things like that. But the problem is there are limits to what you can buy with it. You can buy, in San Francisco where I live, you can buy old Victorian houses, but you can't buy anything new. It's illegal to basically manipulate things and build new things. This is parenthetically not just a problem in technological innovation, it's also a problem in many other areas. Empire State Building in New York City was built in 15 months in 1931-32. World Trade Center is taking 10 years and counting to rebuild. The Golden Gate Bridge was built in 3 years in the 1930s. At this point, there's a Nancy Pelosi-funded access road that's costing 7 years, and more in real dollars than the original bridge to build. And so